Some peasants found her and took her to the Baron, Valen's self-appointed ruler. The warlord took the young woman in, had her nursed back to health, then sent her on her way to Novigrad.
Bene gente, continuiamo con l'avventura principale di The Witcher 3. Siamo pronti a ritornare dopo la caccia alle streghe avvenuta nella parte precedente nuovamente sulle tracce di Ciri, ma prima abbiamo una missione piacevole da svolgere. La bella streghetta Keira ci ha invitato per un tè, non so se vi ricordate, l'abbiamo conosciuta nelle partite precedenti, e insomma andiamo a trovarla e vediamo che magari non ci scappa pure una trombatina, insomma la butto lì, eh. Che cacchio sta succedendo?
Kira, what are you doing?
Geralt, you gave me quite a start.
But nay, the mage says bring me rats and healthy ones. Not something the cat dragged in.
This the lamp from the elf's hideout? And what's this about rats?
Nothing important. I'll explain later. Now tell me, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Tu mi avevi invitato, infatti. Perché vuoi una lampada magica? Non avevi una richiesta da farmi?
Mentioned you wanted something from me.
I did, and still do. The cursed isle on Lake Windammer. You've heard of it, I'm sure. The local peasants mumble incessantly about it, about the wraiths that haunt it. They claim none who go there return.
How'd it come to be cursed?
That's what I don't know. I must break this spell, yet I've been unable to identify its source.
Gotta know something.
Scraps. The curse is somehow linked to the tower where Serard, the lord of these lands, took refuge when Nilfgaard invaded. Claims in the village are that peasants, desperate of hunger, sailed to Fyke Isle to beg for food. Met their end there. It was a massacre. So, will you please help me lift this curse? You're so good at these things.
Ma io... Vabbè, niente trombatina, raga, mi sa. Io mi ero anche fatto la barba. Vabbè, niente... Perché vuoi spezzare la maledizione?
Why are you so intent on this?
I'm not. The local peasantry is. The Isle, miss. You've got to lift the charm. You're a good witch, a great witch. There's no end to it.
Uh-huh. See, I thought you didn't care for the locals. The great witch you are.
I failed to lift the curse, and they could conclude I'm not so great. Not enough to conceal me from the witch hunters and risk getting sent to the gallows themselves.
What others think, your image, that's all you care about.
The point is, listen, I didn't flee to these wilds just to stupidly get caught because some boar with grit under his fingernails grows annoyed with me.
Perché vuoi spezzare la maledizione? Ma Wesred ha fatto ammazzare quei paesani.
So the peasants who went to the island for food, this lord had them murdered?
The villagers say he had them poisoned.
A real gentleman.
Well, I never met him. But he certainly didn't seem such a cruel man, judging by what a mage from the Isle told me.
A mage lived on the island? Did you know him? Where is he now?
We were friends. Sadly, he died that day as well. Very few survived. Yet even those who escaped the Isle soon suffered agonizing deaths. Strangely, they did not seem to have been poisoned.
All right, I'll help.
I knew you'd find it irresistible. Naturally, you'll need to sail to Fyke Isle.
Fine. What then?
Well, the spirits who wander the Isle, you must establish a rapport with them. Don't know how, but they could point us in the direction of the curse's source.
Think they'll be willing to chat?
Of course, provided you take my magic lamp with you. I shall let you keep it afterwards in appreciation. You'll find it quite useful, I'm sure.
Come funziona questa lampada magica? Perché non vieni con me? Vabbè, come funziona?
How's the lamp actually work? I mean, do I just rub it, or do I have to do something, magical?
Che Aladdin.
You needn't even rub. Just place it where you find bones and hear whispers. I suppose I should warn you. It might not be the most pleasant experience.
Figured as much. Tell you all about it later. Maybe skip the drastic bits.
You'll need to do neither. I'll give you a Xenovox. It's a bauble that will let us speak over some distance. You will tell me what you see, and I shall tell you what to do and look for.
Salpo subito per l'isola. Ma dove hai preso lo
So, where'd you get the Xenovox?
Found it in the mine along with the lamp. Thought it was part of the lamp at first. Didn't realize what I'd actually found until later.
Think it belonged to the elven mage?
Clearly. And I didn't even know the elves used them.
E niente, salpiamo. E niente, raga, salpiamo.
I need to know anything else before I go?
No, that is all. Oh, go already. I can't wait to see what you discover on Phi Kyle. Just be sure to come and see me afterwards. And Geralt. Thank you.
E niente, raga, io pensavo fosse un nuovo oggetto missione. Preparati a usarlo mettendolo nello slot appropriato nella schermata alimentare, quindi seleziona il menu di accesso rapido. Vabbè, così. Lampada magica. Niente, io mi aspettavo, raga, non so, una trombatina, qualcosa così. Invece niente. E dove si va? Dove si va? Ok, quest'isola qui, raga. Va bene, raga, c'è pure una barchettina. Perfetto.
Where are you?
Almost there.
Splendid. I shall contact you again soon.
Wait, this Xenovox. Can I contact you with it, or is it one way?
One way only, I'm afraid. You'll have to trust my feminine intuition.
Your what?
My feminine intuition.
Wonderful.
Ecco, mi sa che ci abbiamo già compagnia. Abbiamo già compagnia alla spiaggia.
Geralt, are you on the Isle yet? Does the Xenovox work?
What? I can't hear.
You must be very careful.
Raga, io di fantasmi non ne trovo più. Proviamo a farci un giro dentro la torre. Nulla toglie che magari c'è qualche fantasma dentro, eh. Potrebbe anche essere lì. Infatti. Infatti vedete, qua c'è un altro.
Lying here, quiet as a mouse, head split open like a rotted pumpkin. More like a peasant now, sloshing around in his own blood and shite. Be nothing noble about him.
Too quick a death they gave him. Should have been made to suffer.
He's not the end of it. Sons can suffer for him, and the daughter. To the top!
No, vabbè. Vogliono uccidere la figlia, raga. Oh. Qualcuno ha bussato a sta porta. C'ho i brividi, raga. Andiamo su.
Don't start, Annabelle. Back to your craft. Always bending my ear about fool peasants. I'll not hear of them again. That simpleton turned your head, but one Graham hardly makes the rest courtly, one and all.
My lord, peasants. They're through the door in the tower.
Quindi, raga, vabbè, il nobile mi sa che era il solito, vabbè, nobile, che vede magari i paesani in modo appunto, come dire, cioè un po' il tezzoso, ecco. Però non mi sembra di aver capito che abbia fatto qualcosa di malefico, cioè di cattivo contro di loro, almeno. Adesso piano piano scopriamo tutto. Mamma mia. Ma è terrificante quest'area.
Rich
Vediamo.
folk. Doubt I'll ever understand them. Keeping rats in cages like rabbits.
Let him out, maybe? Like to die of hunger if we leave him there.
I'd sooner burn the vermin. Releasing him's not like to bring no good. Imagine the harm they'd do if they swam back to the village.
Swam? Rats? How do you figure they'd do that?
Rich folk. Doubt I'll ever understand them. Keep...
Swam? Rats? How do you figure they'd do that?
You needn't fret for him. Clever little bastards. Clever than you.
They seem sluggish to you. Got the mange, maybe? Oh, and that stench!
Mamma mia. E magari li devo bruciare, raga. Non so se ho fatto una cosa giusta.
Blood. Many must have died here.
Blood, devono essere morti in tanti qui.
Place is full of rats. As many dead as alive. Think they're feeding on...
Geralt, stop. You needn't be so detailed.
Comunque, raga, sta lampada, oltretutto, è comoda anche per illuminare l'ambiente. Perché io all'inizio del gioco c'avevo una torcia e non so che cacchio di fine ha fatto, sinceramente. Proviamo a salire su. Qui avevamo altri indizi. Infatti qua.
Peasants didn't come here to ask nicely.
Qua si può salire ancora? Sì.
Gold! Piles of it! Oh, won't do the dead any good now, will it? Strange it's still here. The noble died a time ago. Who's that? Show yourself. Anyone there? Who are you?
Ed eccolo qua. Che è morto. Che forse sia si tratti del fantasma del nobile. Raga, continuiamo a salire. Continuiamo a salire. Lì non credo ci sia roba da raccogliere. Balestra. No, vabbè, sono già pieno carico. Incredibile. Qua si sale ancora. Devo lasciare giù. C'è troppa roba, non posso più raccogliere nulla.
Where are you? Have you got to the laboratory at the top of the tower yet?
I'm at the top. Nothing here that looks like a laboratory.
Then you've not reached the highest level. Look for a passage.
Cerco un passaggio. Oh. Usa. Magari una leva. No?
Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly.
Appunto. Scusa, ma sta leva non funziona. Sta leva non funziona. Deve esserci qualche altro ingranaggio per attivare la parete. Oppure magari basta usare yard. No. Qui c'è un'altra però. Oh, si è mosso qualcosa.
Looks like a laboratory. Pretty well equipped too.
Diario del mago Alexander. Vabbè, nulla di che, qua facevano esperimenti sui ratti. Non mi sembra.
Why did you leave? You claimed to love me. I'm cold. Why has no one come for me? I cannot leave this place. I see no way out. Who are you? Do you seek to hurt me as well?
Non devi aver paura di me.
Don't be afraid. I want to lift the curse that grips this island. Your turn to tell me who you are. The other ghosts, they couldn't see me.
I'm special. Always was. The rare beauty. The Lord's daughter. These lands, as far as the eye can see, were ours. My family and I, we hid in the Major's Tower to await the war's end, the end of hard times. It was not to be forever.
Il mago della torre chi era?
Mage who lived here. Who was he?
Alexander? I hardly knew him. He spent most of his time locked away in this tower. He's dead too, you know. They're all dead. Mountains of corpses, yet I stand here alone, all alone. They've all abandoned me. Even he who promised me everlasting love. You will abandon me as well.
If I can lift the curse, you yourself will be free to leave. Tell me what happened here. Peasants sailed to the island to ask for food. Is that true?
No. They came to rob and kill. They thought us rich, believed we'd stowed ourselves away here to laugh at their misery. Yet we had little food as well. Too little to share with those who came. They slaughtered everyone. I heard my father cry out, but the mage told me not to reveal myself or let anyone in. He gave me a potion. If I was discovered, I was to drink it. He said everything would be all right.
La pozione che cos'era?
What kind of potion was it? Remember its smell? What it looked like?
I remember only that I feared to drink it.
Didn't trust the mage?
In the village, they claimed he meddled in disease. Not curing it, but causing it. They said he lured rats into the tower, infected them with the Catriona. Only rumors, surely, but I was afraid. So horribly afraid. And then I heard him. My beloved Graham. He called to me. I opened the door for him, but others rushed in. They lunged at me and...
Il tuo amato non è riuscito a salvarti perché?
Your beloved failed to save you. Why?
There were too many. Leave her be, he shouted. He grabbed at them, tried to stop them. They just laughed.
Did they hurt you?
They gripped my arms, tore at my dress. I managed to free myself and drink the potion, and then... nothing.
Poisoned. That how you died?
No, for I later awoke. I was alone, it was dark. Only there were rats everywhere. Dozens. Hundreds. And I couldn't move.
Sleeping potion. Effects hadn't worn off yet. You were paralyzed.
They were everywhere. All over me like insects. My face, my hands. I felt them rip
Mamma mia, raga.
then
Ma
crawl
che storia
into
è
my
questa?
stomach. They tore me apart, and I could not even scream. Have I not suffered enough? Why can't I leave this place?
Ho trovato un cadavere recente nella torre. Puoi parlare con le altre anime?
Can you talk to the island's other specters?
No, I'm alone here. The others, they flee when they see me. I know not why. You do not fear me, do you?
No. Used to dealing with ghosts. Though, gotta admit, there's something about you. You're different. You weren't the last to die on this island. Found a fresh corpse in the tower.
The island's a dangerous place. Folks should not venture here. I too wish to leave.
The dead man. Looked like a monster had attacked him, recently. The tower home to anything else?
How am I to know? There's lots of wraiths here. I hear them whispering every night.
Not talking about ghosts. A monster who hunts here. You must have noticed something.
I don't know. I've noticed naught. Why do you ask? Why must you press me so? You're to be my savior, not my tormentor.
Magari lei.
How can I help you?
A curse born of hatred binds me to this place. Only love's power can hope to lift it. But who could love a wraith?
And your beloved, he dead too?
Graham? No, he lives. I would know if he died. But he fled and abandoned me. Left me here all alone.
Maybe you could strip the curse of its power by forgiving him. You might cleanse the isle.
Parlami di Graham. Magari dobbiamo andare a recuperarlo, raga.
A noble son?
No, a poor fisherman. My father objected, strongly. He did not see us together. I miss him so. Each night I walk to the island shore to gaze upon the village. Does he remember me still?
Said before you can't leave the tower.
Did I? You must have misheard.
I don't think so.
I don't know anymore. It's all a nightmare to me.
Raga, qualcosa non torna. Ha detto che non poteva lasciare la torre. La maledizione è concentrata su di te.
As I see it, you're the curse's focus. The other ghosts on the island, their auras aren't nearly as strong as yours. My medallion started pulsating as soon as we started talking.
I don't know what you mean, but you do seem to know some things. You could be right. My fate is tied to the Isle, I feel that. Perhaps because I am heiress of these lands.
It could be your blood ties to the land, the base of the curse, that is. If so, forgiving Graham, laying your resentment to rest should lift it.
I loved him. I'm prepared to forgive him. But I must know that he regrets what he did. Take my bones to him. He must bury them. This will be our farewell. Will you speak to him? Will you do this for me?
Non sono sicuro di potermi fidare di te. Va bene. Effettivamente non sono sicuro di potermi... Non mi convince, raga. Non mi convince al 100%. Non lo so, c'è qualcosa che non mi convince in questa tipa. Non sono sicuro di potermi fidare di te. Sentiamo
Really
che...
sad story, but something's not right. Got a feeling.
What is it?
You're not telling me everything. You know the island's dangerous, but refuse to tell me about the monster that lives here.
There is no monster.
Ho l'impressione che tu stia mentendo.
I think you're lying. Question is, why? To protect the beast? Or is it that...
Stop! I will not hear this!
I can't help you. Taking anything off this cursed island, from any cursed place, just too dangerous. And a dead woman's bones, that's asking for trouble.
They said witches are heartless beasts. Will you bring Graham here then? I so long to say goodbye.
Annabelle, listen.
You never wished to help me, and here I have someone would finally take pity on me.
No, raga, non volevo ucciderla. Yarden? Ma è scappata. Raga, non so se lei... Un attimo, raccogli. Diario del mago. Vediamo che c'è scritto. Questo mago non mi convince, raga. Questo mago non mi convince. Faceva esperimenti strani a leggere le lettere.
Experimenting on humans. Never would have gotten away with it if the Conclave were still in charge.
Vedete, lui faceva esperimenti su esseri umani. Continuiamo a salire. Mamma mia, quanto siamo in alto? Oh, una cassa.
Kept in there until the end. What a shitty way to die.
Ma qua non porta nulla. Dobbiamo scendere. Dobbiamo inseguirla, raga. Ah no, dobbiamo uccidere prima tutti i topi. Non lo so, ho come l'impressione di essermi perso qualcosa, essermi perso di non aver capito parte della storia. Eccola. No, ma questo mi attacca.
It sounded for a moment like you joined the race yourself.
Had to fight a pester.
A pester? And did you learn how to lift the curse before you lunged at her, sword in hand?
Yeah, we talked a bit. Looks like I need to get her beloved to the island. Fisherman named Graham.
I know the man. He lives in Oriton, village on the lakeshore. Find him immediately. We're close to unraveling this. I can feel it.
Vedete raga, devo portare lui. Parla con Grandman di Annabelle. E dove si trova? Vediamo. Mi sa che dobbiamo abbandonare qui. Dobbiamo abbandonare la... Ah, a quel villaggio che c'è lì, ok.
I want to talk.
You're deaf, damn it! I told you. Who are you?
I've been to the island. I know what happened there.
What do you want of me?
Want to talk to you about Annabelle.
Annabelle? What can you know about her?
I met her. Talked to her.
Annabelle's dead. Drank poison. And I couldn't save her.
Amavi Annabelle? Immagino di sì.
Did you love her?
Something mad. Loved her so deep I believed we'd come through, believed we'd be together. Of course, it was not to her father's liking. His daughter and a plain lout.
What happened on Fyke Isle? You gotta tell me.
Twere Millie, Finch and Faulkner. They rallied the men, all roughs, to go to the Isle, take back what was ours from the noble. They knew I was known at the tower, that the Lord's servants would open the gate for me since I sold them fish.
They forced you to go with them?
No, I saw my chance in it. For Annabelle and me to flee. But it all spun in a chaos. Our boys from the village, they started killing everyone. Annabelle, they wanted to rape. 'Twas then she drank the poison. Mage must have gave it her. I ran out the tower hollering that I wanted to die, cursing them all to hell. Don't force me to speak of it. No more, please.
Non era veleno quello che aveva preso. Che cosa dicevi esattamente?
Said
Aspetta.
you were hollering as you fled the tower, the island. What exactly did you say?
I don't remember. I wanted them to pay for what they'd done to her.
Might have cursed them. There's a powerful magic aura on Fyke Isle. Passions, evil intent, strong emotions of any kind can activate it. Your words could be the curse's source.
She took the poison because of them.
It wasn't poison. Annabelle drank a strong sleeping potion. Mage wanted to protect her, make it look like she was dead. Convinced everyone.
That means... Is she... You said you spoke to her?
Spoke to her ghost. By the time she awoke, Tower was full of cold corpses. And rats. She was warm meat. Rats ate her alive.
She was alive the whole time? But... Can't be. She was cold all through like a corpse. I shook her, begged her, open your eyes. I never thought...
Annabelle needs you. You can help her.
She's still there. In the tower. Can I see her?
Yeah. One thing you should know, though. In death, Annabelle turned into a pesta.
A pester? What's that?
More than a restless ghost. A plague maiden. A powerful wraith filled with grief and hatred that drive her. Give her the power to sow disease and death.
She suffers. How am I to help her? Gods know I'm willing.
A curse has imprisoned Annabelle and the other spirits on the island. Love can shatter its power, free her and them.
Just as in the legends.
If you know the legends, you know one kiss is enough to break an evil spell. On one condition. That it's a kiss from someone whose love is true.
I told you. I said I love her with all my heart. Take me to her, please.
It's dangerous. There are risks involved. Understand that, don't you?
Of course. I'm no coward. I'll not run this time.
Andiamo.
Nothing. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Che storia triste, raga. Però sono veramente narrate bene, comunque, le storie di questo gioco. Porta Graham da Annabelle. Lui mi segue. Dai. Vieni. Stupido Graham. Niente. Vabbè, si siete troppo...
Last I came through here, I still hoped Anna...
I've waited long enough for it.
It weren't impossible. We could have been together, and now she's dead. And it's my fault. If only I'd been able to protect her.
Can't change the past, but you can still help Annabelle to move on, to rest in peace.
It's terrifying here. It's too quiet.
Chop, chop. Speed up. Let's get this over with.
I remember the screams. Inhuman.
Ah no, questa qua è la spada che avevo lasciato, raga. Ma ho troppo peso, devo lasciarla per forza.
Now it's silent. They're dead. All dead.
You have not forgotten. You've returned for me.
Is that...
The one you abandoned, remember?
I was sure you was dead. If I'd known otherwise, I'd never have left you. I'd do anything for you. I would. You know that well. Believe me, I beg you.
Prove it.
Ma se la deve limonare, con quella lingua?
Kiss me.
Oh madonna.
Graham, careful.
Mamma mia, come fai a limonarti questa? Con sta lingua che penzola, mamma mia. Non guarda. Fai bene. Anch'io chiudo gli occhi. Ah. No.
At last.
Ma è morto anche lui.
The curse is lifted, and Graham and Annabelle are reunited.
Ho capito, raga, ma lui voleva morire, non credo. Raga, mi sa che non ho fatto delle scelte giuste comunque. Non so, mi informerò se c'era la possibilità di variare la storia. Però mi sembra di aver fatto delle scelte sbagliate. Perché, porca vacca, lui non doveva morire, non voleva morire.
Just when I was starting to miss you.
Sono riuscito a spezzare la maledizione, perché sono riuscito a spezzare la maledizione.
Fyke Isle's free of its curse.
Able to persuade Graham to go to the tower with you? Did you mention there was a pester involved?
He knew the risks, but he'd also heard lots of stories about true love, whose kiss can break any spell. Can't help thinking that gave him courage.
And? It ended well?
Depends how you look at it. Curse is lifted, Annabelle's spirit is left in peace. But Graham's dead.
Oh, poor boy. Still, he's proved that true love may be more common than some suppose.
Alexandra faceva strane ricerche.
One thing's bothering me.
What?
Annabelle said Alexander was studying diseases. She mentioned Catriona. You knew this?
All the mages knew about it. Alexander was a highly regarded epidemiologist. I would have given anything for an opportunity to study his notes, but he guarded them jealously.
E quindi?
The lamp. What do you want to do with it?
As I said, you may keep it. I don't believe I shall need it anymore, given the Isle's been cleansed. I actually regret not going there with you. Perhaps we can make up for that lost time now.
Raga, c'è qualcosa che non mi convince in sta storia.
Perhaps you'd stay just a bit longer? There's one small favor you might yet do for me.
What is it?
I put in an order for a few substances from Novigrad. The trader was due to be here yesterday, but has yet to arrive. Could you see what happened? The package is rather important to me.
Va bene, andrò con... Ma non riesco a capire.
If he was coming here from Novigrad, he must have passed through Blackbow. I'll check the area.
Thank you. I shall be ever so grateful.
Questa raga mi sta sfruttando, mi aveva promesso una trombata, cioè ci beviamo un caffè assieme, aveva fatto tutta quella carina, ma qua mi sa che mi sta più facendo lavorare che altro. Sciamano.
Ask a service of the Witcher, the Pella must. A witcherly service, that's to say.
What do you need? Tell me.
A man who fears no evil the Pella needs. Forefathers' Eve is nigh. We've rites to conduct. Wandering souls to emerge. Damned souls, too. We've the circle to protect from these wretches.
Quindi?
Seems like you could use a witcher, so yeah, I'll help.
You'd not refuse. The Pella knew. The time's come to gather the folk. Across the lake we must journey, to Fyke Isle. There in the circle of stones we shall meet.
The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight, at midnight.
Quindi raga, io non ho capito, la veglia del progenitore, che cacchio... Ora l'isola l'abbiamo diciamo tolta, ben tolto la peste, e lui vuole andare sull'isola, da quello che ho capito. Praticamente vuole celebrare questo rito caro agli abitanti del luogo, è noto come veglia del progenitore. E raga, niente, non me l'aspettavo, questa missione è piuttosto lunga, sinceramente pensavo fosse una... La mia intenzione era bere il tè, trombarmi la streghetta e partire di nuovamente alla ricerca di Ciri, così non è stato, ma anche questo è il bello di questo gioco. Ci vediamo nel prossimo video, io spero che questo vi sia piaciuto, se volete supportare il canale con un piacere e un'iscrizione fa sempre strapiacere. Bella.